Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Vixie, welcome to my channel. Happy 2024 you guys. I really hope that you all had a really good, nice, gentle start to the year. I did not, but that's a different story and that's not why I'm here today. I'm actually here to show you a flip of my brand new planner for 2024. I'm really excited to show you guys this. And a lot of you have been asking me for flips on Instagram, so I thought I would just come on here really quickly this morning and do a flip. I mean, I say quickly, it's probably not going to be quickly. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to start with the cover first because as you can see it's completely different to what I would normally use. This is actually a personal size cover. This is a Moterm veg tan leather personal cover in the color Chestnut. Absolutely beautiful. And I am using Franklin Covey compact inserts, which I know is like a far cry from the personal wide that I was using. But okay, listen, hear me out. So the only reason that I changed covers was because of Moterm. It's completely Moterm's fault. They don't have any personal wide covers in stock. They haven't had them in stock for I don't even know how long, to be honest. And the only ones they had, they didn't even have A6s. The only ring covers they had in stock were personal covers. And I thought, well, you know, one of my favorite YouTubers is Crafty Loretta. I'll have her linked in the description. She uses Moterm covers with Franklin Covey compact inserts. And I thought, well, if she's doing it, I can do it. So that's the anticlimactic reason for why I changed into a personal cover. Right, so that aside, let's get into this beauty. I'm obsessed. I'm honestly just obsessed with this planner. So the reason that I had this tarot card deck out is because I am going to get a lot of questions on this. I already have gotten a lot of questions on this on Instagram. So this is a labyrinth deck that my daughter got me off Temu. It was for Christmas. It's only a couple bucks. So if you want it, that's where it's at. I also got this one because I'm obsessed. All right, so that's that. As you can see in the front here, I really don't have anything in my pockets. I'm actually still in the process of printing things out. And at the moment, this is all I have in here. I just can't find things that I'm happy with being in here. So there's really nothing in here at the moment. In the back here, I just have the remaining 3 months from Plan with B. I just like to have those little mini calendars tucked back in there. This vellum dashboard, I made myself. Actually, this is in my shop now. So if you're interested, I'll have the shop link in the description. And this is actually my very first time ever using a flyleaf. So this is new to me. And I have to tell you, I'm in love with this thing. I think this is amazing. Like you can make it look pretty if you want. Although honestly, it took me a little bit to get this looking how I wanted it to look. It was a little bit trickier than I thought it was going to be, but I think it absolutely looks beautiful. But on the back side, it was much easier. So the way I'm using my planner this year is I need this to be more functional. I don't really know how else to explain that. In the past, it was always functional, yes, but it wasn't all that it could be. I really don't know how to explain how I'm feeling about this. I really don't. I saw so many people on Instagram using their planners just so beautifully and functionally with trackers and like all kinds, they were just recording all kinds of things. And I thought, I want to do this as well. Like I want to be in my planner more and I don't want to just have to use dailies. If all I'm doing is using dailies, then I can just use a notebook for that. But I wanted to, you know, track other things and basically just help with my processing. I've got a bit of a processing issue and a huge memory issue, which I think could be related to perimenopause or menopause. I'm not in menopause at the moment, but so this could be perimenopause. I'm not sure, but my memory has just tanked. It's gotten so bad. So I have a little planner routine card here that I just made myself in Canva. And basically, these are the steps that I want to take every time I'm in my planner. So I'll look at this and then I'll follow these little steps so that I'm using parts of my planner that I would not ordinarily use, if that makes sense. All right, so I just have a piece of jelly right here in the front, like a jelly dashboard thing. This is basically just to protect my planner if I was to not have a laminated piece of laminate in the front, but I do. So this is kind of just redundant, but I really just like the way it looks layered. And I do need to have a little bit of deco. So I made all of the tabs along the side. Everything in my planner I make, like 99% of the stuff that's in my planner I make myself because I like doing that. I love this. So this is my new intro page. I think this is amazing. I have never had anything like this before, but I just got a whim one day and I just sat down on Canva. I was like in Canva for like 6 hours or something. And I just love it. I think it looks amazing. And then on the back, I just have a "You Are Here" like map thing, which I thought was pretty cool. Then I have my year at a glance. This is basically just so that I can check off the months as we go forward, you know, with like a sticker or something. I've got little X stickers that I made, and so I use those normally. Then I have 2024 holidays and observations for Queensland, Australia. all of my Australian friends, I have this coming. Please go and follow my printable Instagram account, because when I have this completely finalized, which should be in the next day, honestly, then I will have it up there for download. Although you can just go and check my downloads folder now. It's like a freebies folder. So if you just go check it, it should be in there. And it's for pretty much all sizes. If your size is not listed, please shoot me a message on Instagram and I will help you out. It's completely free. And I have two versions of this. I have one with the school holidays and one without, because I know not everyone has kids. I relied very, very heavily on Google for this. So if you get your state and you're missing major observations or holidays for your state, please shoot me a message so I can amend it, and then I will, re-upload the file and you can re-download it or whatever. So yeah, but as far as I know, everything is accurate according to Google, but definitely let me know if it's not. So yeah, go check it out in the description, and if it's not there, it will be soon. I just have my 2024 lunar calendar. This is also available in my shop. This is just a dashboard that I made with another one of those tarot cards on the back, and it's just in a little sticky pocket. And then I just wrote "it's a present" on top, because that was the line that 𝚅𝚏 said to Hoggle right before he gave him the peach to give to Sarah. So I just love that. I think that's amazing. Actually, so if you can see that this is upside down, I think you can. You can see the diagonal mark here. This was actually one of those pockets that you can make and you can stick things in. Like this actually you could stick something in that. But I wasn't paying attention, clearly, and I put the pocket in upside down, and then I laminated it upside down. So yeah, this is how I kind of fixed it. I don't know. Then I just have my my inbox insert. This is from Plan with B. It's a freebie on her website, and this is just a running to-do list, a running task list of things that I want to get done for the year. None of this is time constrained at all. It's just things that pop into my head that I know will need to get done, that I want to get done. And it just goes here, and then at some stage through the year, or through the months as they go on, I will come back here, and then I will just migrate things, to the current month that we're in. This is actually pared down significantly. This was 2 pages in 2023, but I had gotten so much of it done. This was all I had left from 2023. So I'm actually really proud of myself for that. All right, so this one is a fold out. This is one of my favorite fold outs from Peanuts Planner Co. And this particular one I wanted to use for major appointments, events, birthdays, and then how often I was paying our electric bill and getting gas bottles. This is just going to be at a glance overall for the month, the big things that have happened for the month, I guess. So that's that. I really like it. This is part of this bundle. There's like 3 calendar, I don't even know. It's like a 3 calendar bundle. That's not what it's called, but anyway, from Peanuts Planner Co. And this was one of them. This I liked, but I don't remember why I printed it. I know that I printed it for some reason, because I was watching a video and I was like, oh, that's a great idea, because whoever it was I was watching was using this in such a great idea that I thought, yeah, I'll do that. And I didn't write it down, because my brain thinks that it can remember things, and it cannot. This is why I write everything down. Then I have an add to planner insert, also from Plan with B. These are just some things I want to put in my planner. And then we move into my grocery master list section. I've talked about this before, and I just have this here because a lot of times when I go to do our grocery list, I don't often get everything that I need. And so, because I'll forget, I'll just buy the things that we normally buy like on a weekly basis. And then I get to the shops and I'm like, well, I need more than this, and then I can't remember, and then I'm making multiple trips. So I put this in here to help me remember the things that I would buy monthly, if that makes sense. So it continues over here, and then I just have some spare note paper here. Basically, I think I put all this in here just because, well, I always need note paper, but I think mostly just so that I can make notes on my grocery list if I want to add anything to it, or possibly meal plan ideas, things like that. But anyway, that's just all note paper in there. This is my currently section. So this is basically the bulk of where I spend my time in my planner. So here we've just got my monthly calendar, my monthly goals and to-do list, my monthly meal plan, my gratitude/kindness log. I'm going to get to that in a second. What I'm tracking, and then what I'm planning in. So right now I'm using weeklies and dailies. It's working out pretty well, I have to say. And then just on the back, I have a little photo collage. This idea I got from my Moxie Dreams. She does this, and I just thought it was absolutely brilliant, because I love to have photos in my planner, but I don't like the amount of bulk that it creates in my planner. So I just thought it was an amazing idea, just putting it on the back of a divider. So this is my month of kindness. I created this because I am not kind to myself at all. I very often talk down to myself, and I talk badly to myself about myself. Basically, I'm one of these people that if I spoke to you in real life the way I speak to myself, you would cut me out like that. Like I'm so toxic to myself. And this is an exercise in trying to remedy that, and trying to learn to talk to myself more nicely, and more kindly than I have ever done before. And it's really hard. So you can see I've skipped a couple of days. Like the first I skipped, and the fourth I completely forgot. But I'm just struggling to try and think of nice things to write about myself, which is really sad and pathetic, but here we are. So yeah, anyway, all of that's said just to explain why I'm having a month of kindness log that I'm really struggling with, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm hoping to have the majority of this filled out by the end of the month. We'll see. Then I have my vitamin and medication tracker. So this is not necessarily something that I need to do every single day. I have this in here basically just to track how often I've been taking my vitamins or any medication if necessary. That's all this is for. This is not a daily thing. It's not for me to sit here and be like, oh, I didn't take my multivitamin on all of these days, or I didn't take my magnesium, or, you know, my gut health or whatever. This is basically just when I need to take it, I will, and then I can see at the end of the month how often I needed to take certain vitamins, right? If I need to. I need to take vitamin D like daily though, because I was really deficient in that. According to my blood test. All right, so then I move into my mood tracker. Again, this is not something that I do every single day because I'm not generally, well, recently anyway, I'm not having a lot of these feelings, which is freaking fantastic, because I think for the last few months, I mean, I'm just like a big ball of negative energy. It's dreadful. But so far in the year anyway, I've been pretty good. I haven't had any of these. I mean, I've cried, but I was reading The Fourth Wing, so I'm done with that now. But yeah, I cried a lot reading The Fourth Wing. So I'm not going to put that in there because that wasn't like a mood thing. It was a book thing, right? It was a trigger from a book. So I don't count that as a mood. But anyway, I have that here. This is really eye-opening for me, especially because I have multiple moods a day. Like, I'm not one of these people who just has like 1 or 2 moods a day. Like, I will run the entire gamut, like the entire gamut of moods. It's ridiculous, actually. And on this page here, I use this to signify or explain why I was feeling particular emotions on a particular day. Thankfully, this is blank right now. I just have my period tracker. I have my year in pixels. Initially, when I put this in here, I wanted to track a whole bunch of things. And then when it came to actually putting in my key, I couldn't remember half the things I wanted. I couldn't remember anything except for the visual migraine. Telling you, my memory problems are really, really bad. Yeah, so the only one at the moment that I want to track is my visual migraines. Normally, these happen approximately twice a year. But towards the end of last year, I started getting them more frequently, which freaked me out. So I want to start tracking that. Hopefully I won't have them very much this year. Fingers crossed. All right, so this gets into our monthlies now. And this is the 12-month calendar from Peanuts Planner Co. And then I just have a piece of note paper slid in here as like a Dutch door thing, right? This just basically tells me the things that I want to get done for the month. And then I just cross off what I've gotten done. And then all like major events and things get put into the actual calendar. So I'm not going to go through that entire thing because, you know, you've seen a 12-month calendar before. My dinner log, which I'm surprisingly keeping up with. Like, this actually does surprise me that I'm keeping up with this. Probably because it's new and it's a novelty type of thing for me at the moment. We'll see how it goes as the month progresses. But right now I'm doing really well. I do want to flesh this out a little bit more though, and start tracking all of what I'm actually putting into my mouth. So that's also going to be eye-opening and probably a little depressing. Then I come into my weeklies here. This is a freebie from 𝚅𝚏𝚡 Notes. I'll have it in the description. And I was thinking that I could probably just use a modified version of this for like my meal tracking and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is just big picture. Like, I'm not keeping this. This is going to get thrown out at the end of the month because I have no need to keep any of this, and all of this will be archived in a different planner anyway. But yeah, this is just an overview of the week and things that are coming up. All right, so that's that. And then we move into my dailies. I want to start off by saying I made all of these inserts. I've already had a ton of people asking me about them. They are not for sale, but you can get something very, very, very similar from 𝚅𝚏𝚡𝚏𝚡. She is actually my inspiration for this. So you can see very clearly that it is very similar to what she has. And unfortunately, hers were just not, they were just not what I wanted. So I just jumped into Canva and made these myself. So if you want something that's similar to this, I highly recommend jumping over to her Etsy shop. She has amazing inserts. They're absolutely beautiful. They're very well priced. So I would highly recommend that you jump over there. These will not ever be for sale, I'm sorry, because they're just too much like hers. Yep, so that's basically it. And I'm trying this out as like a new thing for me because I don't normally do a timeline, but I wanted to try. I really want, this is not the first time I've tried a timeline. I was trying it in my Stylogy years ago and it didn't work in my Stylogy. But I thought I would try it here. But I've been trying to color code, but I don't actually like how this looks. So I think what I might do instead of using the colors, so where's today? Oh, I haven't done today yet. Oh yes, I did. I have done today. I just need to move my tab. But yeah, so instead of using the color code stripe to indicate when things are getting done, I think what I'll do is just use pen and then highlight the actual event. This is a blank one. I really, really love this. Honestly, it came out so well. If it works well for me for the entire year, for the entire month, I will make this up again for February. But that's that. I think that's the end. Yep. And then we move into what I'm watching and playing. I always track this. I always have. I have done this for years. Actually, that reminds me that I need to, sorry. If I don't write this down, I will forget it. I need to make a master list. Oh, and reading. And reading. Yeah. I'm gonna put that there. All right, so that's there. Yep, so this I've got for the whole year. Then I have my TBR list. I also made this one. So this, don't read this. This is, especially if you haven't read The Fourth Wing, don't read this part. Not that you can anyway, because I have it covered up, but this is just like my thoughts on the book as I was reading it. I wanted a spot to be able to write down how I was feeling and, you know, if I saw anything coming or if there was like a twist or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to have that in a spot that I could just, I wanted to talk to somebody about it basically, and I didn't have anyone to talk about it, so I just wrote it down. That's what happened there. And then I just have a blank note page because I need more. I like to write. There's my DNF section, because I know without a shadow of a doubt I'm going to DNF probably a lot of books this year. It's what I do. I don't have time for crap books anymore. I really, really don't. If they're trash, I'm not reading them. I'm not going to force myself. Book recs, because I've been on Book Talk, I needed this page so that I could write down all the information and then who it was recommended by. Because I really hate there was like a whole bunch of books of last year that I had written down, and then I couldn't remember who had recommended them. It was really irritating me. So I really wanted something like this. And then we move into my wellness section. And in this section, we've got my fat loss plan, my lifting routine, fitness logs, step tracker, my level 10 life, my ideal day, and my skincare routines, which is something that is kind of new for me. Skincare itself is not, but having a proper routine that I'm going to try and follow is. And then product information on the products that I'm using. Okay, so I'm starting off with my skincare routine. It's my daily, and then at night, because I'm starting to use a retinol. It's just the one from La Roche-Posay, which I read was really, really good. I can't use that every night at the moment because I'm brand new to using retinol. So I have that Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday nights. Friday nights will be my face mask night. And then on the alternating nights, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, I'll just use my Oil of Olay Retinol Moisturizer in place of the Retinol B3. And then I do a chemical exfoliant twice a month, the first and the third, and then I'm alternating between an AHA/BHA exfoliant and lactic acid, which is really good for my skin type. And then my skincare info, so this is my skin type right here. And then these are all of the products that I'm using on my skin to help improve my skin barrier and, you know, make it look nicer, basically. So this is the section that really is not completely fleshed out yet, and I'm not completely done with it. And I'm honestly dragging my feet on it because it's the workout section. And even though I used to, like, oh my God, you guys, I used to do bodybuilding years ago. It was like 2013, 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. And I was doing bodybuilding because I wanted to enter a competition. And I was doing so well. And then I injured my foot. A weight plate fell on my foot and I was out of commission for like 2 months. But anyway, I know the benefits of working out. I know like that high that you feel after you've lifted. I just can't bring myself to do it yet. Like I don't know, I'm lazy or something. I don't know. I'm just not there yet. But anyway, this weekly from Nada Notes is supposed to be for me to write down, like, okay, if I lifted here, it would be upper body, lower body, compound moves, stretching, you know, whatever. Like, this is just an overview for the week of the things that I have got accomplished, that I had done, that I had worked out, you know what I'm saying? That's what this is for. Okay, so here is where I have a little fitness key. This will be color coded once I figure out what colors I'm going to use, but yeah, I need a little fitness key, so I just made that. This is also from Peanuts Planner Co. This is just a huge yearly, it's very small as you can see, and I thought this would be fantastic for track my steps. And then I have this little calendar, which is just basically a carbon copy of the meal planner that I had. This is also by Nada Notes, and this is actually going to be the workouts I've actually completed. Like, not the ones I say I'm going to, but the ones I've actually completed. And this is just like the month overview, so I can see at a glance what I actually completed, what I actually did. So I have a cardio tracker right here. As you can see, it's blissfully empty. And then all my weight training inserts. There's a lot of these because when I was bodybuilding, I was weight training 4 times a week. So that's that. I don't have my meal tracker in here yet, and I don't have like all of my macro stuff. I don't have any of that done yet, so that's a work in progress. Then I just have my pet center. It's got all my pet information, vet information, yeah, food purchases, deliveries, all of that sort of stuff. don't need to go into that. And then I have my home management section, which is for vehicle service and maintenance, any purchases that we have to do for the vehicle, like tires, stuff like that. Things around the home, projects, maintenance requests, because we rent here where I live. And so anything that is broken or needs maintenance, I have to put in a request. So I want to keep that in my planner so I can see. I don't have to then go back through. The app that we use online is ridiculous. It's so stupid, and it cuts off after like a week. Like I can't go back and see what I've put requests in for. Our inspection log, because we have quarterly inspections, my cleaning routine, and then how often I'm paying LPG and my electric bill. So this is the vehicle maintenance insert. I'm pretty sure this is not a notes. Nothing so far this year, thank God. This is a maintenance request form that I have with a little section for a photo, because most of the time when I submit a maintenance request, I have to submit a photo along with it. So I just figured, well, I might as well put that in my insert. I made this one, love it. This is another one of that Peanuts Planner Co. insert that I have further up, for like all major events and everything. This one is going to be specifically for house inspections and maintenance requests. And then all I have in the back here are just extra inserts and note pages. This was initially going to be the daily that I was going to use for this year, or at least this month, and then I made my own, so I didn't use it. But I like this. This is not a notes, so I had actually already printed out like that much. I've already printed all of those out and cut them, and punched them. So I'm not going to get rid of them. I will use them. I'm just not sure when, because I really like my dailies at the moment. And then right at the very back, I just have plain note paper, and then some extras of my weekly tracking insert type of thing, my little mini weekly tracker thing. And yeah, I got nothing in the back pockets at all. That's my little charm from I got a lot of questions on this. This is from Temu. It was like $2, I'm not even kidding. And this is, what do you call it? Glow in the dark. This is glow in the dark. Not that I ever really need to wake up in the middle of the night and come looking for my planner, so I don't really need for it to be glow in the dark. But it just looks cool. I really, really like it. And this, by the way, looks absolutely phenomenal if you have a sage green planner cover, or green in general. But anyway, that is it for my planner for 2024. It is an evolving work in progress, or as always, like always. I don't know how different this will be in February, if it will be different, if I'm going to continue, using the same type of thing, the same type of style, I mean, hopefully by then I will have my planner routine down and I won't need to reference this all the time. But in the meantime, while I'm forming the habit of properly processing everything and tracking, I need this, so it's going to stay. But I genuinely love my planner. I love how this looks. I have always loved a chunky planner, like you guys know that. If you have been around me for any length of time, you know I love a chunky planner. And the amazing thing about having a personal cover with Franklin Covey inserts is, look, it's like, it's all the way, actually it's past the edges. I don't know if you can see, hang on. Yeah, see, so you can see that's like past the edge of the cover, but I don't care. I absolutely do not care. I can close it, right? It works, it closes. But I don't really care to close it, so it doesn't really matter. But I just love how this looks. Anyway, that is it for my planner setup for 2024. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope you have the very best rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.